Hey guys, my limited blacked out merch is available now. Go grab yours, linked in the description. All proceeds go towards Vader Episode 2.
Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're having a great day so far today. It seems we finally have an answer as to when The Mandalorian Season 3 will launch on Disney+. Now, originally, there was the idea that it would come at the end of February, with The Bad Batch Season 2 coming in January, before it was, of course, delayed from supposed to be releasing in end of September. Now, with this new date, which is March 1st, 2023, I have a lot of questions. I'm wondering if this will take us deep into the next show, which could come out when Star Wars Celebration comes out, which would be the end of April, which only gives us about 8 weeks at most. So I'm wondering, is this an 8-episode show with maybe 2 episodes launching on the first, which I doubt they would do because The Mandalorian they know is like their biggest bread and butter. I don't think they would release 2 episodes at once. So let's say they have 6 weeks or 8 weeks or even 7 weeks, 6 to 8 episodes. That would take us to the end of April, which is when the UK celebration begins, and then we could have the Ashoka show perhaps come out right after that. So I think maybe there would be something special for Star Wars Celebration in the UK, just like they did for Kenobi in Anaheim. But I'm not entirely sure. That's just my theory. That's just my speculation. So Disney announced Thursday that the highly anticipated 3rd season of the Space Western will premiere March 1st, 2023 on Disney+. The studio also shared a photo of Mando, Pedro Pascal, and his sweet son Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, peeking up from some type of newfangled galactic machinery. As for where they're headed, well, following the pair's reunion in the Book of Boba Fett, a teaser trailer released at D23 Expo in September saw them heading to Mandalore, seemingly as part of Mando's quest for atonement after taking his helmet off. But they aren't exactly in for a warm welcome, as the armorer, Emily Swallow, boldly declares in the clip, "You are a Mandalorian no more." The Mandalorian and Grogu return March 1st only on Disney+. This is officially from Star Wars Twitter and, of course, their Instagram, which I saw earlier today. Okay, and here is the image. What we can make of it, not really all that much. He's probably sitting in his ship in the N1 Naboo starfighter, which would be pretty sick. Hopefully he keeps that ship for a long while and doesn't get it replaced. I know, something that was funny, that was the Razor Crest was being sold, and I still haven't opened it yet because I want to open it once Mando comes out. And it's the, not one-to-one, obviously, but it's a replica of, a scaled replica of the ship. And this was being sold, I think the last day to get one was just a few days before the episode in Mando where the Razor Crest actually got blown up. And then, of course, after that, no one really wanted it all that bad anymore. But anyways, I'm excited to open it up eventually and build it and everything, or see it how it is. But as for this image, really not much to say. It looks like they're just together once again, and this is great. I had wished that Grogu would have stayed a little bit longer with Luke Skywalker and perhaps chosen the lightsaber for a little more time, and we could have seen him develop more of his abilities and powers. And then it would pick up with Mando trying to go get him after he sort of figures out what his next path is going to be, going to Mandalore and absolving all of his issues with, taking his helmet off. And that's my question. Is he going to join the way of the older Mandalorians, like Death Watch, for example? Or is he going to continue his way of the new Mandos, which is like the Armorer? So, this creed, this law. So that's my question. The trailer also marked Katie Sackhoff's return as Mandalorian leader Bo-Katan Kryze, who does not mince words with Mando when it comes to how his cult fractured our people. Alongside Sackhoff, Carl Weathers, Amy Sedaris, Giancarlo Esposito will also reprise their roles in The Mandalorian Season 3. That's pretty interesting. I wonder what Moff Gideon will be up to, because we know he is taken into custody. So what's his role going to be? Is he going to reveal more with what perhaps the contingency plan with Palpatine's ideas were, or perhaps he reveals more of the Empire? Maybe he becomes a good guy. I highly doubt that. Or maybe he'll take us into Mount Tantus, which is a very hidden facility that will focus on, I think, cloning and what other options or what other weird things the Emperor is doing, trying to prolong his life and perhaps even make another army of, I heard once that they were thinking of doing like an army of Darth Mauls, but of course they can't do that because, the idea of cloning Force sensitives is really not a possibility. So that would have been weird, but anyways, there's a lot of different things that we can do in Star Wars, and I'm excited to see where the journey goes from here. Who else will join Mando and Grogu on their journey? If Mando masterminds Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni had their druthers, then Star Wars creator George Lucas would be popping by too. He'd have to be the son of Baron Papanoida or something like that. Okay, so Baron Papanoida is this one character, like you don't even know who he is, you don't even see him really all that much, but it's in Revenge of the Sith when Anakin is going to the opera scene, and it's actually George Lucas in some like alien cosmetics and makeup, and he's just on the corner, then you see him for maybe like 2 seconds tops, and he's just having a conversation all jolly. That's Baron Papanoida. So that would be freaking hilarious if they add him in there. That's like the biggest little Easter egg. Filoni jokingly told EW at this summer Star Wars Celebration. I don't know. I wouldn't even speculate on that. Yeah, sadly, I don't think George is coming back. I think he's out of there. But hey, if he ever returns, that would be funny. So, okay, this is really huge because we have the Bad Batch Season 2 coming January 4th with what I think is going to be a 16-episode run. And that'll most likely release on like a Wednesday, so with Tuesday night watch parties. And then we'll have The Mandalorian coming March 1st, so just about like 2 months later almost. And that could probably release on like a Friday, because they usually have Mando releasing on Fridays, like a Thursday night watch party. So we would have watch parties Tuesday night, Thursday night, and then they would have Jedi Survivor coming out in March as well. Also, we're getting a Jedi Fallen Order book, which is in between Fallen Order and Survivor. So there's a ton of stuff coming out in just like a span of a few months. And then Star Wars Celebration end of April. And then we'll get the Ahsoka show. And there's some new updates with the Acolyte show as well, which I want to talk about and dive into a little bit more. Now, the thing I want to discuss the most with The Mandalorian Season 3 is who's going to be the biggest bad. Now, we had Moff Gideon, of course, kidnapping Grogu and all that. We had Luke Skywalker return. Is he going to return in The Mandalorian Season 3? Is he going to be looking for Grogu again? Perhaps there's unfinished training. Perhaps he has a second thought that he has to go back and train the child in some sort of way. I do feel that we'll see Luke again. I don't think this is the end, especially with, Ahsoka Tano and him connecting. I think that the biggest bad in the show won't be Bo-Katan. I think she'll be a, bad guy, but beyond her will be someone even more menacing than Moff Gideon, and perhaps this could very well be Thrawn. And this would then tie us into the Ahsoka show, which could bring Thrawn in full force and really show us the absolute magnitude of how much of a villain Thanos style this guy is. I mean, Thanos is purple, this guy's blue, so I'm excited to see all this stuff come together. We're going to get a ton of Star Wars stuff coming in 2023, just in the first quarter, really, and taking us into the second one. And of course, with Ahsoka and then Acolyte coming. I'm not sure if Acolyte's coming in 2023, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do release it near the end. That'd be pretty cool. And of course, Star Wars Visions. Ton of stuff slated in 2023. Can't wait to do it all with you guys and explore and experience everything with you, especially Jedi Survivor. Those streams were my favorite part on the channel, and I can't wait to do more of those. So hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think about the Mando Season 3 coming March 1st. And do you think they'll have Mando coming the same day as Bad Batch Season 2? I highly doubt it. Or do you think Bad Batch will be done by then? Maybe it'll just be an 8-episode run, and then they'll do like part 2 to Season 2, perhaps in the summer. It's a very, very big possibility too. Split the shows up. Kind of like what they did with Stranger Things. Anyways, love you guys. Catch you later. And may the Force